There are a lot of mixed feelings about social media out there. If you're like me, you spend a lot of time on social media. I mostly spend my time on Instagram. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I know, I'm lame. It's fine. You guys are a digital generation. Everything that you do is on your phones. And that can have a lot of positives and a lot of negatives. You've probably heard that it's not good to spend so much time on your phone looking at social media. You've probably heard how that is just unhealthy and that you might feel this need to be perfect all the time. I know there have been several celebrities in recent years who seem pretty perfect from our point of view probably, who have said that they feel the need to shut down their whole social media accounts, like Justin Bieber or Miley Cyrus or Lizzo or Selena Gomez. They've all said at times they have to turn off their phone. They have to delete their social media accounts because the pressure is too much for them. And they're grown adults. The pressures of social media are real. They are heavy. And this need to be perfect all the time can weigh on us a lot. It can cause us intense anxiety inside of us. Not only that, there are cyberbullies making it worse. I think cyberbullying is way worse than normal bullying. You can't see the person. People could say terrible things about you and not even know what you look like. And that can be a lot. Strangers saying terrible things about you, friends saying terrible things about you on social media because your face isn't there. A lot of times when we say things online that are mean, it's because we can't see the person's face. We don't recognize the fact that they're human beings just like us, that we have our good days and our bad days. And cyberbullying can just focus on the bad. And that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to deal with. And most of the time, it's not reality. In fact, most of what we see on social media isn't reality. We can scroll and scroll and scroll and all we see are perfect pictures a lot of the times. And when we think about it, we don't post back bad pictures. I don't post bad pictures of myself. I only post from the good days. I don't post from the bad days. And we see all this perfection and it's anxiety inducing thinking that we have to live up to that. We have to remember that everything we post on social media can be really important. Even the tiniest comments we make. They can either help or hurt us, help or hurt someone else, help or hurt our relationship with God. But social media can be a really positive tool. We live in a time where everybody has some sort of device, right? I have a phone, a smartwatch, an iPad, a laptop, a TV that I think gets at least YouTube and probably some other Facebook something, I don't know. And so we're constantly connected, right? Which means we get a lot of bad news in our newsfeed. So why not share some good news like the gospel? And the social media has been a huge tool to some modern priests, nuns, lay people like you and me who want to share Jesus and that joy-filled relationship with other people who might have never met him before, never heard of Jesus before. So using social media can actually be a fantastic tool to help our friends, our family, and even us get closer to Jesus. We're living in what Pope St. John Paul II called the new evangelization, which means we're trying to reach even baptized Catholics who maybe have never really heard the gospel, have never really learned about their faith. So we're trying to reach everybody, even our family. And that can be really easy to do on social media. Even if it's just sharing your favorite saint's most popular quote, or your favorite Bible verse, or even just mentioning Jesus in a caption, or saying that you went to Mass. That can help someone else learn something about Jesus. A few years ago, I shared a Father Mike Schmidt's YouTube video on my Facebook page. That was back when people used Facebook still. And I didn't think anything of it. I don't even remember what the topic was. It was just him talking about some aspect of Catholicism. A few weeks later, a friend of mine who I really didn't know that well, but we had become close enough friends to be social media friends, texted me and asked where I went to Mass. It ended up that she started watching that YouTube video I shared and ended up watching like a million more, trying to learn more about the Catholic faith. Maybe not a million, but she watched a lot of videos that night, just trying to learn more about the Catholic faith because what I shared taught her something new and led her into a deeper relationship with Jesus. And that night of her watching a ton of YouTube videos led to her joining the church the year after that at the Easter Vigil. So even if you don't really feel like what you're sharing can help anyone, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and he might help lead someone to the church through a YouTube video or a TikTok or an Instagram post about going to Mass. It can happen, believe me. So social media has a lot of pros and cons. It can be really harmful And sometimes we need to take a break or step back and realize that it's not reality, or talk to someone about maybe being bullied. Sometimes we need to realize we spend more time on our phone than we need to. I do that. I'm guilty. Sometimes I look at the amount of time I spend on my phone and imagine just how holy I would be if I spent that much time reading my Bible or praying a rosary or just talking to Jesus. And when we step back from social media, sometimes we get healthier. But it's also really important to realize that this is a huge tool for us as we're trying to help other people come to know Jesus Christ. So try and take all that you learned this semester about Jesus and share it on social media, because that's a really great way to share with your family and your friends, or even people you don't know. Try to find cool people on TikTok, or cool Catholic people on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram. I know a ton. Most of the reason why I spend so much time on Instagram is there are really cool Catholic people on Instagram. So go out and try and find some cool people that you can get some inspiration from, whether they're sharing Bible verses or their Catholic art, whatever they're sharing. Try and share it with your friends too. So try and make social media a positive part of your life, not something that causes you anxiety, not something that gives you standards that you just can't live up to, because none of us are airbrushed and perfect. Try and use it as a positive tool to help you and to help others come to know Jesus Christ. I know you can do it because it's really easy. Like I said, I didn't even know when I did it the one time. So go share the gospel with your friends. Show them the true love and joy that comes from a relationship with Jesus Christ, and help them become the men, the women, and the saints that you, me, we're all called to be. All right? Thanks, guys.